I am sitting on a lake here in Winter Park, Florida with a friend of mine, Anthony Pitti, and I've known Anthony for several years now.
Pretty long time.
Anthony is a skateboarder in Daytona Beach, and Anthony is not only a skateboarder, he's a competition level skateboarder. And some of the clips that you saw already of Anthony, you know, demonstrate his abilities.
85%.
Well, you're just coming off an injury, right?
2 months.
So tell us about your injury.
We were at Kanan Dern's house, which is the Dern brothers.
Yeah,
which are, like,
I know them.
Super gnarly, which you know. Yeah, you know them.
You guys riding the fiber rider?
No, that was actually really dirty at the time.
That
which
thing
I
is
wish.
cool.
Oh no, last time we when we went on a trip, me, Bob, and like the rest of the Jericho team, like back I think 2015, whatever. Man, right when we got there, no, it was actually in the morning. We camped out at the house, and I get out of the tent. I'm like, oh yeah, let's go ride the fiber rider or whatever. First time on it, pumping it, slip because it's super slippery. Just smack my hip down for the whole day. Done. Toasted.
I love that fiber rider. Julie, that thing is really cool.
No, it's not.
You need to give me an invitation to come back out there with some guys, because
I don't get how Dalton skates that. Have you seen Dalton skate that?
But Dalton's a gnarly skater.
But that thing is gnarly. That thing.
So let's go back to your injury. You're at the Derns. You guys are hanging out. You're skating.
So there's this gap he has, but it wasn't even all the way dry yet. And I saw this kid skating, and I was like, all right. So I go straight for laser double. I catch it, did not feel right. I kick out, and literally all my weight went onto my foot, and instantly I felt pain. I thought I tore something really serious, like one of my ligaments, but to find out I fractured a bone in my foot, sadly.
Now, did you have a cast, or were you just wearing a boot?
I had a boot, but they don't know, but I wasn't wearing it half the time.
Okay, that's not wise.
Not smart at all.
That's right. That's
not smart.
That's not wise.
That's not
if the doctor told you to wear a boot, wear the boot. So Anthony and I yesterday got together, and we went to a skate park up in Palm Coast, and it was phenomenal. It's a great park. It's Palm Coast or Flagler Beach. I'm not really sure. We don't really know. It's up there. It's up there somewhere. Wadsworth. Look up Wadsworth, okay, and you'll find it. It's somewhere north of Ormond Beach and south of Jacksonville.
During the summertime, only go at night.
Only go only go at night, because listen, it was so freaking hot out there. And this dude was wearing all black, which was dumb.
Of course.
It was 96 degrees, and we got one clip.
One clip for 30 minutes.
Yeah,
like, nope, I'm done.
I think we might have been out there longer than 30 minutes.
Yeah, probably a little bit, yeah.
But anyway, so we ended up having to call it quits because we were both about to stroke out. It was so hot. So today we got together. Anthony actually competed in a skate competition at Metro Skate Park in Orlando.
Really fun.
And he skated in the street event and the best trick. And he did really, really well. You guys have already seen some of the clips from that.
85% though because of the injury, but it's still, no, it honestly, I'm blessed. It actually really came out really good today.
He did really good, but you had some really strong competition today.
Yeah, so I had to make sure, like, whatever, if my foot was starting to get sore or whatever, I was not focused on that. I just kept doing my thing,
It was an awesome group of guys. We had a lot of fun. They were good dudes.
Yeah, they're all homies. Like, I always hang out with them. They're sick.
I enjoyed hanging out with those guys. That was a lot of fun. And some of the tricks and some of the stuff that they were throwing down was awesome.
Like, there was like a nollie flip, no slide that was going down the hubba, a back 3 kickflip first try, I think, down the 4 block. And then my homie Alex did heel flip back lip to fakie on the down rail. Like, that was, there was so much competition, it was ridiculous.
Now, I would be lame if I acted like I knew what all that crap meant. I really don't. All I know is if it looks really difficult, it probably is really difficult. And I can appreciate the fact that people can do those kinds of things, even though I can't spot it. For some reason,
it's fun.
For some reason, it doesn't matter what the sport is, whether it's scootering or skateboarding
basketball,
or
football,
or whatever. Sometimes, I don't know what it is, sometimes those things happen so fast, I can't tell what they are.
What do you mean?
Like when you rotate your board, it rotates so quickly.
Oh yeah, I know.
I can't tell what it is. And you guys have just learned to spot it. Oh yeah, that was this or that or whatever. But it's the same thing with scootering.
Yeah, exactly, the same thing.
We have these scooter competitions and these kids whip the scooters around.
I don't even know what that is. I'm just like, whoa, that looks really crazy.
Right. So if it looks cool, it probably is cool, and it's pretty difficult. Yesterday we were talking a lot about you transitioning into where you want to go with skateboarding. We were talking about how, you know, your journey for pro at 22, you're 22 years old.
I am 22. Turned 22 in April.
So you're kind of thinking that maybe you're at a point in your life and your skill level with skateboarding that pro may be something beyond your reach.
It's a really rough topic to talk about. Basically, I have the connections, but it's if I want that to lead to that at 22, even though it's going to be extremely hard. I can try, but that's what I'm going to do. You know, I can only try.
Right.
So, but to me, if it happens, it happens. That'd be phenomenal. That'd be the dream. But if it doesn't, I'm not too worried about it.
You're not stressed out about it.
No, not at all. Not at all.
You're just
the fact that
enjoying it.
I'm
You're
on
having
my
a
board
good time.
chilling, like skating, having fun. That's all that matters.
Right on. So you're working with Primitive, right?
Thunder trucks, Spitfire wheels, and then a little bit with Nike.
And Nike's, that's probably a pretty tough one, I would imagine.
Oh yeah, that's a little major.
You got a little bit of competition there with Nike, but
I have a friend with the rest of them, like Primitive, Thunder, and Spitfire. That's on my own. I'm working with them. Nike, on the other hand, my friend's on with them, and then he's gonna see what he can do. Because I actually have a part coming out not too much longer. My actually first video part I've ever filmed.
And you have some plans to go spend some time in SoCal, right?
Yes. I gotta finish up this video part, so whenever that's done, that's when I'm leaving.
You and I were talking just before we came out here about this kind of mind shift that you're going through, this change that's happening inside of you about becoming a different person. Why don't you take us through that a little bit?
Yeah, just basically just being me and who I truly am, because lately I was going through this phase to where, like, I didn't know really what to do, as in, like, with my life, like, as in, like, I know what to do, like, I've always known what to do, but there was just times starting to click a little bit. I mean, I'm not 22, so basically there was a point to where I didn't know if I wanted to skate anymore, and it's sad because I had friends that went through that and they continued on with life without skateboarding, but then I have friends that are still doing it, which is amazing. So I basically just took the time as I was in my injury and taking the time and actually seeing who I am and who I really want to be. Like, I want to be successful in life, I really do, and I would like to make an impact on people's lives by being positive, because there's already enough negativity in this world.
Right on.
So basically, as I sat down with myself, I knew right away when I told myself, oh, like, I don't know if I want to do skateboarding because I'm 22 and I don't know if I'm going to go pro, but at the same time, it's not about going pro. I just hope that this video makes a very positive impact on that person, or maybe is going through the same thing with me, or like me, and they don't know how to get through it. So maybe this is something that they can relate to and can get them pushing through what they what they want to do. So maybe they might have like two choices, like, oh, I don't know if I want to do this, oh, I don't know if I want to do this, but I want to do this and this and this. So you kind of just sit down and you think about it with yourself and no one there, and decide the person that you want to be and what you want to do in life in general.
It's interesting that you say that, because recently I've been kind of having this personal journey too,
right,
about my own identity in a sense.
Mm-hmm.
You know, because a lot of times we can get so in our heads and we put so much on ourselves. I've got to be a skateboarder, I've got to be a whatever, I've got to be all these things, right? And we put those things on ourselves. And then eventually it becomes so much that we get so stressed out about all these things that we think we love or we think we're supposed to do.
Yeah.
We let it become something that becomes a burden to us instead of a joy. We have to come to a place where we don't allow the things that we do to define us.
Mm-hmm.
That we do those things because we love those things.
And it's tough because that's how our world is. Everyone defines each other in a way. And that's why I feel like we have war, and why some artists are getting killed, or like people are dying, or like as in like in shootings or like whatever.
Yeah,
so
but
it's like,
but you know what? If you allow that thing, whatever that is, to define you,
mm-hmm,
you're now serving that thing versus that thing serving you.
exactly.
And
makes sense.
And then it becomes a master slave kind of a thing, right?
Right.
We don't want to be slaves to
No.
skateboarding,
No.
right?
Well, I mean, whatever, if it's skateboarding.
Right, I know, but I'm just saying, I'm just using that as an example.
Mm-hmm.
You don't want to be a slave to something, but you want to use it. A great example, you ever had an app that you downloaded on your phone and you find yourself serving that app?
Like Instagram?
Like Instagram is a great one, right? You get a notification, bing, oh, I gotta check my Instagram, I gotta see, you're serving Instagram.
It's time to flip the switch and making this world a difference by putting an impact on every person's life, no matter who you're next to. Like if I'm in a car and I cut somebody off, or if they cut me off, I would rather be positive than negative and make this world worse. I would rather make someone's day such a positive. Like if he cuts me off and he thinks I'm gonna get pissed off, or maybe he doesn't know, or if I cut him off and he gets mad and he's cursing whatever at me, I'm gonna make sure like you know what, it's not even a big deal, you know, like go through the day, whatever, apologize, and not get heated about little things, because that's what I feel like a lot of us do, and that's why a lot of us have not hatred but have negativity with people. And
you know, I think the best way for us to do that, a lot of times we have this mindset of where we've got to make this giant impact.
Mm-hmm.
Right, I've got to reach 1 million people, or I got to reach all these people.
Well, think about it.
But you know what? What I was going to say is, I think that you make the most impact when you impact one person.
Yeah.
Because you know, when I'm spending time with you, and if I'm having an impact on you, you can then go in turn and have an impact on somebody else.
Mm-hmm.
I think the biggest takeaway here is that we all have the ability to make positive difference. We all have the ability to do something positive, to make a change, to do something that affects other people in a positive way.
And the reason why we're talking about so much positivity is because I'm tired of it. I'm tired of the negativity. Like every time I go on social media, it's nothing but negative. Like if it's not skateboarding and it's like World Star stuff, or like TMZ, or like it's either someone's in jail,
Somebody got killed.
someone got killed, or it's just simply negative.
Just garbage. Somebody
Just
ranting about something.
Exactly. And then one thing leads to another, and it's like, if we don't make a positive change at all, I mean, I hope we do, but it all depends how everyone works together. But if it doesn't, look where it's going to go to. Look where it's already leading.
I think that's a great place for us to wrap this up. You know, the reality is you have the ability to make a difference. I have the ability, Anthony has the ability, we all individually have the ability to make a difference. And you can make that difference by just one choice that you make.
I'm just trying to get my word out especially if someone is going through the stage I went through, or is feeling like they want to make a positive change, click this link.
Click the link. So go make a difference. Be a difference maker. Be a world changer. And it's cool if you want to do big things, but powerful things can happen just one-on-one. I love you guys. God bless. Bye.
Cut it. Alright guys, I might have to take over Dave's channel soon.
Oh, good luck with that. Why would you come snorkeling in a lake anyway with alligators and brain-eating bacteria? I don't understand. It doesn't make sense. Don't snorkel in a bacteria-infested lake
really
with
true.
lots of alligators. That's dumb. Here in Florida, we actually have a brain-eating amoeba. You heard of that?
Yeah.
In the summertime, like today, listen, I got in my car at the skate park. It was 118 degrees
Yeah,
in my car.
what is no joke?
Okay, the beach is closed where we're at. This is not beach like the ocean beach. This is beach like the lake. But they close it, and there's specifically a sign that says beach closed because of elevated bacteria levels. What that sign really means is, hey, be careful. This water is full of brain-eating amoebas, and if you go swimming in it, it's likely that you're going to die.
Yeah, because what it is, they get up in your nose or your ears,
Right.
And then you can't get them out. Because once they get in your ears or your nose, they're going straight to your brain, and then
But yet,
done.
but yet, people still come and swim. So, whatever.